Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to do something a little bit unusual on my channel. It's a base game house for a whole Sims family. Actually, this will have 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and big office space and a big sunroom, kitchen of course, and living room. So there's plenty of space for all of your Sims and all of your activities and skills and whatnot. And I definitely wanted to build something for our new Simmers because Sims 4 is free now. Well, the base game is for everyone. So you can go over to Origin and download the game and you can keep it forever. And I thought this is going to be a cool starter if you have a little family and especially maybe a teen and 2 kids or something like that. But yeah, I thought this is something a little bit out of my comfort zone. So for those who are also new to this channel, I usually do, you know, kind of more elaborate builds where I try to rebuild stuff from, you know, movies and such. But you know, from time to time I try to test my limits here, and definitely just doing base game has been a while. So I definitely enjoyed doing this and kind of have a little look at what actually is in base game now, because obviously I have all of the expansion packs, stuff packs, kits and whatnot. But actually it's kind of nice, you know, there's lots and lots of stuff in base game, so you can do quite cool builds in my opinion, especially of course these family houses. So yeah, let's start with that. So the exterior is kind of inspired by a real life house, and I added a couple looks and crannies, but definitely the roof shape is from that house that I saw online and that round corner. And I thought that would be a really cool corner for a dining nook with like a round table. So I thought this could be a cool annex to add to the main house, so to speak. And since base game is a little bit divided into 2 groups of I would say worlds, and also the styles that are, you know, kind of already predicted through the objects that you get, is Willow Creek here, which is I think New Orleans or something like that, and you get like more colonial, American colonial suburban style objects and windows and whatnot. And the other sets are rather modern for Oasis Springs, also with this Spanish colonial style that sometimes is also seen in Oasis Springs. So yeah, for those newbies here, Oasis Springs is the desert world, and Willow Creek is the other base game world that you will have. There's also Newcrest. I'm not even sure everyone has Newcrest, right? But yeah, I usually never build a Newcrest because I don't like the lot sizes, but maybe I find something that I could place there as well for you guys. So yeah, I thought this could be a cool thing to add. I definitely wanted to experiment with the roof shapes. So we have different roofs here, gabled, half roof and whatnot. The roof is a little bit fiddly in The Sims 4. Welcome to build mode in The Sims 4. But it's definitely something with a lot of patience you can do, in my opinion. And I just wanted to see and like, you know, explore a little bit how everything works. Even though, you know, sometimes they can't live in the walls, so you have to kind of set up rooms inside and then build the roofs around the rooms that are upstairs, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, if you have any questions about what I did here, I know these speed builds are very, very quick, and hence the word speed build, I guess. But I thought I'm just gonna copy lots and lots of the things that I can see in the surrounding houses here. There are some houses that are already pre-built, of course, that come with, you know, the base game being shipped, and then the ones that are actually not, you know, just decorative houses in the background. So I kind of wanted this house to fit in here. Don't worry, the whole coloring thing we're gonna do at the end as well, because first I wanted to go with this brownish tone, but I kind of didn't like it after I've done the interior. because I wanted the interior to be reflected in the exterior as well, kind of, you know, the color theme. So yeah, we will have a fenced in kind of backyard. There's lots and lots of greenery. I kind of wanted to have a little passage that goes to this community garden path in the back, but I also wanted to have a nice entrance kind of corner here, because it is a corner house. The lot is on the corner, and I just thought this would look a little bit more welcoming in The Sims, in this neighborhood, you know, because Sims is like so, it's also nice and everyone has nice houses and yada yada yada. Of course, it's possible to basically build like totally rundown neighborhoods. That would be fun as well. I don't know if that's possible with base game only. That could be something to be explored as well, to have like a post-apocalyptic, really rundown neighborhood, or like transform this Willow Creek here, because it's also nice and good looking and, you know, family suburbia. And yeah, I just thought I'm just gonna give it a try again, even though it's definitely not usually my cup of tea. I'm also not very good at this. I have to thank a lot of other simmers here that I watched the YouTube videos from who do these family houses, because I really was out of shape. Like after several medieval castles and what did I even do? Amityville horror houses and stuff like that that are a little bit out there. This is definitely something, you know, a little bit more wholesome. It was very fun to build, actually. So yeah, after I did the exterior foliage, I did the garden decoration. There are some planters for your Sims, so they can use the seeds they find all around to plant into these pots and these planters. And also, of course, some sunbeds, because Sims can lay there and relax and stuff like that. I thought some gardening skill is, of course, super useful to have in The Sims. Also for, you know, growing their own stuff, their own veggies, and selling it. I think in the beginning, as new simmer, I just have one big tip for you. Try to work from home, you know, create paintings, let your Sim cook and sell the food, or, you know, collect stuff, go fishing, sell the fish and stuff like that. I think this makes more money, plus your Sims also gain skill with that, and with these skills also they, you know, kind of fish better fish that sells for more money. Same with the paintings, same with, I don't know, gardening maybe as well. I'm not that big into gameplay because I love to build, but I definitely know that in The Sims 4 it's way easier to, you know, get rich by staying at home and do all these skill stuff that you could do from home. So after we placed the barbecue, I did some layouting off camera, and then I started to go into the flooring, which is another thing. I do these checkerboard things, but don't worry, I just used the actual black tile or black wooden floor that I wanted to use, turn it, and then so I could make this cool zigzag pattern on the floor, which is something that I've seen here in Germany, where I'm coming from, a lot in the parquet, and I kind of love that. The interior is inspired by these typical American southern kind of colonial builds, where Roman classical interior with this American twist, I would say. And I've seen some architectural digest videos where some have renovated these, you know, $10 million old houses, American houses, and lots of them were black and white, so they had this really nice black walnut flooring, and I was like, oh, I love the contrast here. Kind of is so, you know, Chanel and like Vogue kind of photo shoot. So that reminds me of this. So this is a very, in my opinion, very female one, but I also thought the black and white monochrome look gives it a very sophisticated look. Plus, I think it's a good base, you know, for you to play in it and then color it in yourself. Also, it's way easier to add like different wallpaper and like spice it up and like change the colors yourself, because I'm always the one who always goes for monochrome herself. Like, that's my jam. I personally am a monochrome kind of person. And I just thought, yeah, it's like a nice canvas color, you know. So black and white it is, sometimes gray, sometimes I add a little bit of beige. But yeah, I definitely didn't want to overdo it, you know. Also, I've watched a Netflix series called The Watcher. By the way, I thought it was awful. The ending was not very good. But yeah, that house was also a little bit with, you know, black and white a little bit more, and I kind of like that. So I thought, as a German, well, probably American houses are like that, so let's do it like that. Also, all this stuff is a base game, so it was a little bit easier to go with that color theme than picking out different greens, because apparently, you know, welcome to The Sims, some colors are not in every, you know, swatch of each object, so sometimes they don't match, and it's kind of frustrating. And this definitely made it a little bit more easier to decorate. The kitchen has everything you need: fridge, oven, stove combo, sink, of course, that the Sims will of course use to wash their hands when they went to the bathroom, because that's The Sims. And of course there's a fire, kind of, what's it called, fire alarm. And oh, of course a microwave is there as well. So yeah, you know, all that you need. And of course there's this round table in the round corner of the house with this cool dining area. So this is one of the 3 bathrooms. There's a main bathroom downstairs. And yeah, black and white here as well. I kind of experimented a little bit with platforms here to have like a nice extra shelf kind of next to the bathtub. Just thought it looks a little bit more better that way. Covering up some plants that stick through the walls. And then I did something I did a lot in this house. I apologize, but I just think it looks so good. It's the mirrors, small mirrors that come with base game, just stacked into each other, and then I use a big picture frame. The picture is, I think, very purple. There's like a cartoon figure in it. But if you make this bigger and like put over the mirrors, it just looks like a really good grand mirror, and I just love it. I just thought, oh, it's like this huge mirror. I just loved it. I thought it's very dramatic looking. And since this house is a little bit more dramatic, I thought, well, this is something probably you're gonna like. I definitely thought an office would be cool as well. I personally thought someone, you know, maybe an interior decorator, or she is an architect, something a little bit more creative, lives here, hence the office is a little bit more feminine in my opinion. But yeah, definitely I went with the monochromatic a lot. And definitely I think the next build I'm going to do is going to be like a starter, base game starter, and it's going to be very colorful. Let's see if I can manage that. Here we are in the sunroom, which has the really cool tropical set that comes with the base game now as well. And here we are even going to see some color, because I'm going to use orange pillows and an orange painting kind of thing. So yeah, this is going to be the most colorful room. No, except upstairs. Upstairs, the kids' rooms are also going to be a little bit more colorful. But yeah, I thought this is going to be something you guys would like. The sunroom especially could be used for also another bedroom maybe, or a nursery, or your art room. So see this as, you know, something where you can delete just everything and put your grand piano in there, or your easels, or your chess tables, stuff like that. So the sunroom, my opinion, is something where Sims usually never sit. That's just my 2 cents about the Sims, but they usually go for the, you know, computer or TV or something like that. Then we are upstairs. This is the teenage bedroom. Again, I wanted to go a little bit more female, but later on I will change the beige wallpaper to blue, and do everything a light blue and mint. So it's yeah, it's still sophisticated. I'm not really happy with the bed because it looks a little bit more like hospital bed, but that was the best bedding I could get with these color swatches. So Yeah, excuse me for that. But yeah, I definitely want you guys to set your own color theme and stuff like that. I just thought this is like a nice background for everything. Maybe someone who's into painting as well, some creative stuff. And yeah, the next room was of course the kids' room. I wanted to use the bunk beds again, because bunk beds are of course very easy in the game to use, save space, you know, and they kind of look cute. Definitely used a lot of the plant wallpaper here. There's lots of repetition in this build because there's just a handful of stuff that I personally liked. And just I just wanted to use stuff that I would personally like. I just couldn't do something where I'm like, okay, how do American 70s family houses look like? Stuff like that. I didn't go for that. I just went for stuff where I'm like, okay, this is kind of, how I would like to live if this is like the ultimate American house I have to live in. So there you go, guys. This is a little bit boring maybe, but I spiced it up in the kids' room. So here we go with the master bedroom. Very modern interior in my opinion. We even have a fireplace here, and some armchairs in front of the fireplace, and yeah, a little nook where they can put their stuff in. So yeah, nothing super fancy, but I thought this is something you could use in a master bedroom. And yeah, this is basically it, guys. I really hope that you like this one. Here we go, changing the exterior colors. So yeah, I went from dark brown to beige yellow. Then I wanted to go for blue because another simmer, Mona, Love Simply Sim, said, hey, why don't you go for the typical blue suburban house? That's like a running joke in the Sims builder community. That in the end everyone chooses like a blue house because it always looks good. But I was not feeling it, and I was like, okay, the interior is black and white and like very monochrome. Why don't I go with the same on the outside? So you kind of already see the setup here, You don't buy something that's blue outside and it's black and white on the inside. So I just thought, okay, this makes more sense, and definitely it changes the vibe completely of a house. So yeah, feel free to experiment with colors and materials here. I just thought this looks a little bit more contrast, I think. So yeah, I definitely changed a little bit of the shutters of the windows. So yeah, that was quite easy to go inside and go in there again and change the colors of everything. And yeah, here we are with the top to bottom shots for those who want to see the layout now. And also for those who want to rebuild this, of course. I've put this on the Sims 4 gallery. It's called Family House Base Game. And I will put the link, as always, down in the video description down below for you. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the panning shots now, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye bye.